Hello everyone, I am back with a new challenge, and this challenge is a generational challenge, and I will be completing 10 generations. Hope to be completing 10 generations. And this challenge is actually on the Sims forums, and as you can see I've put up the name of the person that has created the challenge, so go and check it out, and all the rules are on the forums for you to see. So it has actually been a while since my last upload, just for general reasons like having to homeschool the kids, etc. So I decided to just start from scratch. So let's jump straight into Cas, where I make my sim for this challenge, and while we do that I will read out some of the rules. So it says, this challenge is to make you think of a game differently. The generation challenge is similar to the legacy challenge, but completely different at the same time. The goal is to make it through 10 generations with completely different personalities for each generation, and a new challenge to complete with each set of children, which is pretty typical for a generational play anyway. So gameplay setup. When starting the generations challenge, it's best to start out by making a new world. I haven't actually done that. I've used a world that I've bulldozed all the lots and made it better than the stuff that you get with Maxis from things from the gallery and that. It's just that I prefer to play that way. If you put your founder in a town with other pre-made sims, you can't play the other sims in that world. You do this by clicking the blah de blah de blah de blah de blah. Everyone knows how to start a new game, I would assume. If you don't, my bad. So your journey begins in Create a Sim, Cas, where you begin making your sim. Do whatever you want. The only restrictions are it has to be a young adult and the sim in the house, and the only sim in the household. Feel free to pick any traits you want, but remember genetics aren't the only thing passed down from generation to generation, which I think we get on later on within the challenge rules. I think it explains that a little bit more. Once you finish up in Cas, then move to the next part, which is moving in, and I will get to that in a minute. So I will come back to that part for you. So for this I need to pick certain succession laws. So it says here, now after all that is decided, you must pick the heir factors. The heir factors decides who will be the one to continue the family into the next generation. Once you pick these, you can't go back. So here I've got gender, blood, heir, rules, spouse, children. I think that's it. So if we start off with gender, you get 4 choices. So if you want to go and have a look on the Sims forum at those choices, you can. Female only, male alternating, or equality. I will go for equality. I don't want to alternate. I don't want to pick either only female, male. I just want a mixture of everything, so I will go equality on that one. And equality is heirs can be either male or female. Then you got blood, so blood relation, foster only, and equality once again. With blood relation, obviously only heir can be someone that is directly born from the couple. Foster only is only ones that have been fostered. Equality, a mixture of both, and once again I will go for equality. Then you have heir, so firstborn, youngest, friendship, and pool. So firstborn is the eldest child, youngest would be the youngest child, friendship, the highest friendship with the parent is the heir, pool, and all eligible children are randomly drawn to be the heir. I am going to do all eligible children, so pool, which I'll probably just stick their names in a hat if I have more than one child and pick from there, or maybe just pick my favourite one that I've been playing for that generation. Now the rules are no starting after a bad event, quitting after a bad event also gets rid of all the good ones, see how you can fix the mistakes. No cheats or mods to give you an unfair advantage. I do have some mods in game, though I won't be using them to give me an unfair advantage. I do have MC Command Center within the game, but I like story progression for the unplayed sims, so that will be staying in, but I don't believe that gives you an unfair advantage. That's just the way I prefer to play it, and I won't be taking it out. No bringing back the dead. Anti-aging potion can only use once per generation. I don't ever use it anyway. You can only have one played household in the world, which I only play like that anyway, and you can't move out heir child once they are elders. Okay, so that was pretty simple. So we're on to spouse. When getting married, Sims can bring in money, but not so much that it would be like using cheats. If their spouse has a child when you marry them in, then that child must move in with your spouse. If that child moves as anything younger than a teen, it can become an heir as long as it fits along the guidelines. After a while, the dating pool starts to deplete and you can bring in some households from the gallery or make them in Cas. I do have obviously stand and pre-mades in my game. I also have ones that I have created. As I said, this is a world that I've created with houses and lots and stuff from the gallery. So it's a mixture of everything there. I think I've actually got mainly couples in the game. Might have a couple of singles somewhere along the way, but I'll have to check that out later on. If you create households, use the random trait generator. Well, actually I use custom, the storybook mode, that's it, quite a lot if I'm just creating townies. So that's pretty much what they'll have, would be storybook mode, and I just go through the questions and do that all randomly. And now children, no matter if they are heir or not, can be introduced into family through pregnancy or adoption. If you have a child, they must be an infant. If you have a child adopted, they must be an infant. If you are adopting a child, their last name must be the same as the family who adopted them. When picking child's traits and aspiration, it must have one similar trait to the mother or father. Okay, so I need to remember that rule. So I need to either pick a trait from the mother or father to give to the child. I would have thought it would be, you'd have to randomise it or something, but no, that's fine. I'm not sure if I actually like that rule, because if you have like 5 kids in one family, they're all going to have pretty similar traits. I'm sure I can bend that rule if there's too many children. We'll get to that when we get to that. So the other 2 traits are completely up to you. The aspiration can be anything you believe to fit the child's personality. You may not influence gender. Any sim that is abducted by aliens and becomes pregnant has a choice of keeping the child. The child counts as adopted, and with whatever your heir rules or may not become heir. So that one's entirely optional. I will just put out there isn't any other rule changes other than that expansion. I think this is probably a challenge that was done a while ago and either has not been updated or has been updated. So as you can see now, I have completed my sim and there are traits, aspirations and everything. So we are now jumping into Willow Creek, and I can actually go back to the gameplay setup about this. So it is a 20 by 30 lot. This is not your forever home. You'll be assigned to move later in the game. It should cost your sim 2,000 simoleons. Now you really need to have a look at that when you're checking out all the 20 by 30 lots. There wasn't actually many that cost 2,000 simoleons when empty, and this was one of the few that did. That's why I went for this lot in particular. It doesn't say that you can't build a house. It doesn't say that you have to get rid of your money or go back to zero. That is pretty much the extent of picking your lot. So I went ahead, I made a house, I used the money that I had. I didn't add any more money to it. I just put in the basics, played around a little bit. The only bit that I didn't actually record of building this house is when I went into debug mode and I put some plants around and that, just to make it look a little bit pretty. But that is the only time I did use the debug, is for the outside landscape. Everything on the inside has been brought via my sim. Sorry, I am literally flicking through these challenges. So let's continue on with the rules. Now we've got that part out of the way. So this is generations and generation challenges. Generation challenges are mini challenges that you have to complete before you finish the generation. You have to complete at least 4 of the 5 before the original parent of the generation dies and the heir grows into a young adult. If your heir is the firstborn, you have less time to complete the challenges ahead. Each generation is a little bit different from the challenges to the entire personality of the child in it. The challenges may grow harder or grow easier. You do not have to do the challenges in order. And then it goes on about expansion packs, game packs, etc, etc, but I'm not entirely sure they have been updated. So if you do want to check it out and pop onto the rules, there is rules on there for each generation, which I will bring up as I play each generation at this present time. I'm not going to give you too much details on each of them, and there is quite a few rules here. So for generation 1, you have to have a boy and a girl, so you have to have 2 children at least. Have any child, teen, have level 10 skill in 2 skills, be good friends with all your children, throw a house party at gold level, and reach maximum level in your career. So that's pretty much the basics, and that's how it sort of goes per generation that they like to complete some of them. Looking through these, some of them you'd probably end up doing anyway, like in a later generation it's get married, and you know, a few later down the line it gives you an idea of the type of career that it's suggesting you have. So generation 5, reach level 10 of the entertainment career. It also has a get to work alternative. That's the only alternative I've seen on here, so once again I don't think they've updated for any other expansion packs. It would be nice if they did, but I suppose it's entirely up to you how you do that with expansion packs. But it sort of gets you to explore a lot of the game. So end of challenge. Once you reach generation 10, you can continue with the generations as long as you wish, but only score the first 10 generations. There are 6 good categories. Also there is 1 penalty category which you can lose up to 40. Scores can be found out by adding up their points from each category below. Every heir includes the founders as well. So also on here it does has generation challenges point system. So you have 15 points for completing 4 out of 5 of the challenges for each generation, 2 points for completing half of the generation challenges completely, 3 points completing all of the challenges for each generation. Then you have love, 1 point for each child married out of the house, 5 points for every heir reaching soulmate in their spouses. So that is pretty much the gist of it. As I said, I haven't actually gone through generation by generation the different rules and achievements they would like you to make, so do go and check that out on the Sims forum. Just go on to stories and legacies and go down to generational challenge and you will find it there with all the rules that she's got, and you can actually see interactions of other people that have been playing the games and maybe pop in some input as well. So I do hope that you guys enjoy this generational challenge that I shall be doing. I try and upload as often as I can with 2 little kiddies. I do hope you enjoy, and I hope that I enjoy enough to complete 10 generations, which I have never done before. This is truly going to be a challenge for me. Okay, so we are now in game, and I do have a little job that she has taken on. So I have played her a little bit because I was having some computer issues and it was just helping me sort out audio and stuff like that. So anyway, she is a Renaissance Sim, so I need to have her reach level 3 of 3 careers by the end of this aspiration. So I've currently got her in the part-time job of retail, and then I'll probably stick her in another part-time, and then she'll go to her full-time just so I can complete this aspiration. So this is Penelope, and this is her little cute bundle of joy. I was quite impressed with myself, considering I'm not a big fan of building. I do it on occasion, but I'm not the great lover of building properties in The Sims. I was very impressed, and it's pretty basic. So she does have this amount of money at the moment, even after decorating, and that is simply because she had that phone call where a relative died and then hands her a bunch of cash, and I think she's actually going to be finishing work in a minute. So while I was playing around with her a little bit, she has met some locals She also had a photo shoot done. If you hear any noise from outside, there's a bunch of kids playing out there, so just ignore that. I'm not sure you will hear them though. And we have done some skills as well, so let's practice some yoga because we also need to build them up. So we've done some pretty basic ones. I focused on writing, wellness. I've done a little bit of painting, which I have not sold any of them. She's done that one and she's done that one. As you can see, I have kept in there because I didn't want to up the money too quickly, because painting is pretty good for earning cash. And with the writing, she hasn't actually written any books or anything, she's just been practicing writing, because I'm not sure if I wanted to go into a journalism career or a business one. I was thinking of maybe an active career, but then I thought with the first generation and having kids and that, I might save that for later on. I just haven't decided yet of what I'm going to do with her. So this little duties down here was the guy that done the photo shoot. So as you can see, she is pretty good friends with him. There will not be any romance involved here. He turns out to be an alien. I just picked one of the random guys that were around and just adapted him so I can give her a photo shoot for the pictures that you saw earlier on within the video. And so yeah, I just sort of chucked him together from a townie that was already lying around. So here she is in her active wear. So I will just let you know I am currently playing on long lifespan, so I will be doing some stuff off screen. Everything's going to be recorded. I will be recording all major events like romance, first date, wedding, children, and I will make sure that if she's pregnant, I will record the fall of the pregnancy so I don't miss her giving birth, because I have a habit of forgetting about that. So yeah, that's all going to be recorded, and as I am playing on long lifespan, I don't plan on many videos per generation, simply because I don't want it to drag out too long, but we'll see how it goes anyway. So as I said, I haven't yet decided fully on her career. I'm thinking something maybe creative. I'm not entirely sure where I want to take it, but she does really seem to like just chilling out, doing a bit of yoga, relaxing, and I need to go and meet some bachelors. If I pull this up here, as you can see, she's not met many people. These are just people that I've walked past, pretty much, like when I was trying to figure out the recording, because I was having headphone troubles and stuff. Basically everyone that was just walking past, and she met, and I haven't really done anything with her yet. So I do need to get her out onto the town, take her out, have a bit of fun. We do need to eat very soon. So I might just sort out these little bits here. So have a shower, quickly pop for a twiddle. And have we got any leftovers in here? Yes, we do. And I'm going to take her out onto the town. We have quite a few pubs and stuff around. Okay, so here we are at the bar. I've actually picked a nightclub for this one, because as I say, she is on a manhunt, looking for a lovely fella to be. Let's see if the turnover is pretty good, because it can be proper shockingly terrible. You tend to get the same sort of sims hovering around you constantly all the time, and I find that really, really annoying. Oh, well, you go, gal, you get dancing. So that might be a good friend to have, and you've probably already met her by the looks of it, because there's something going on there. That's probably where I was messing around. Oh, there he is, our photographer alien. She hasn't yet figured out he's an alien, which is interesting. I do hope over the course of these 10 generations that I will get an alien abduction, because I'm going to be honest, I haven't actually had one without having the influence of mods since Get to Work came out, if I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, so who is this? Oh no, I think you've got a partner already, haven't you? I'm pretty sure you have. So I don't want to jump on that ride. Come on, come and get yourself a drink. let's... I want that. Order drink. Order your favourite drink. Be interesting to see what that is. So we have the... Ooh, what are they called? What's that dancing group called? That always give you a call. What's that they're here? Putting their moves on. I do try to explore every single town that is available, and I do have them all. Like I said, because I like to have a mixture of different sims that you do come across when playing the game, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you keep getting those same sims repeating themselves, which I find really, really annoying. So hopefully we do get a few random ones. And if you're looking at this build, it has come from the gallery. I would like to give you the name of the creator that made this build, but it's one that I downloaded probably about a year ago, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, when I first created this save file. And it's the same save file I done when I was playing Tobias Winters. So all the buildings and that would be exactly the same, but I don't think I came out of Snowy Escapes at all when I played that. And I probably won't be revisiting, because every time I load him up he dies, which is really disappointing considering I've only done a few episodes of that. I don't know why he dies every time I load him up, but he does. So that's why I will not be revisiting Tobias Winters at this present time. So, right, are you just going to sit there, or are you going to come and chat to some people? So let's be friendly to Moira. That is her name, isn't it? Moira? Yes, Moira Fries. And they are getting groovy and jiggy, and pregnant women go home. That is just not appropriate. I would never walk into a big party place that heavily pregnant. Okay. Where are you? Where are you gone? Oh. So you're not dancing? I wanted you to dance and find some eligible bachelors, which, unless you're Jeffrey Landgrab, which I don't think that's eligible. Maybe give him a wedgie, and I wish they'd put stuff like that back in the game. Right, come and do some dancing. Stop talking to these. Maybe I need to get around more or do some more things in jobs. Who's this fella? Oh no. And we got our friend here, and we got Candy here. So let's ask about Candy's day. These are pretty much all the same people that she's seen before, which is really disappointing. I wanted to meet new people, so let's be friendly to this person over here as well. Just try and get some new people on your list, and then hopefully you'll be introduced to other people along the way. Yeah, you can bugger off. I freaking hate this level system. Oh, a new person. Who's this fella? It's from university, I think. Oh, it's the robot dude, isn't he? I'm not very good at names. If you ask me to remember a pre-made, unless they're a Landgrab or a goth, pretty much useless. This is one that I've created. Friendly introduction, you. Come on, get to know these people. I've got some of my own sims here. We've got some people hanging around out here as well. I wonder who they are. Okay. We're dancing away. Have you introduced yourself? And yes, I know you're getting tired, but I need to know Caleb. So yeah, when I was doing some townies, I was just going through story mode and just whipping them up some styles that are from the pre-styles that you get, because I weren't really that interested. I just wanted some pre-mades around along with the ones that I've already created for the game. And this is one of the ones that I created, and I've tried to create a load of different styles. I don't think I've put them on the gallery because they do have CC, and when I have CC, I generally don't put too many up on the gallery. I tend to like to put the ones up that are literally just Maxis stuff ones. So like Penelope currently isn't up on the gallery either, if you are wondering. There's a new fella here. It's just the young kid. Oh, we got one here. Let's say hello to Daryl Charm. I am literally on a manhunt here, literally getting them all on my list, and then they'll start popping up. She needs some bachelors in her life. Oh, we've done that one. Oh, we got to get Don on our list. You can't not have Don on your list, eh? Come on, let's speed this up a little bit. No, Don, where have you gone, my love? Come on, my little man-ho, where have you gone? Nathan McCoy. Oh, he's my single dad. Let's friendly introduction you as well. Come on. I know you're liking this fella. Come away from Caleb for a little while and go and meet some new bachelors. I need you to have a nice, healthy list. Oh, we missed out on Don. I don't want any married, coupled. Oh, who's coming in the door? Oh, it's you again. Who's this fella? Oh no, you're married. You've got a family. Yeah, sorry Miles, you're married too. Oh, she seemed to really like Caleb though, didn't she? Okay, so I think Don has definitely vanished, which is really disappointing because to start off a generation, he would have been the perfect one to pick. Though, no doubt in the couple of seconds, I say seconds, about the hour that I've actually played this game while sorting stuff out, I would imagine he has already fathered about 20 kids anyway. Okay, so what I'm going to do, this was just a small introduction to meeting the sim. I'm going to leave her there. I'm going to take her home, have some sleep, get her to work on some of those skills, and we can do some more manhunting and start creating some friends and stuff. So thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you all in the next one. Bye!